What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my gaming. I am Hockmed. We are here with Out of Ore. Again, this should technically be episode 60, but I made a mistake when I edited my episode 59. Yeah. First time I've done it. So like when I record my videos, I go to one folder, and then once I go through and edit, and add my intros and outros and all that, and adjust volumes, whatever I need to do, I then, render it and put it into another folder. Well, it was late and I was trying to get it done so I could upload it overnight and have it ready for you the day of this recording. Um, and I saved over my recorded one. So it started formatting it, and getting ready to render it out. And it hit the point where the video was supposed to be, and the media was offline because it deleted it because I named it the same thing. So long story short, yeah, I rendered my video and deleted my recording because it was labeled the same, and I put it in the recorded video folder instead of the ready to upload folder. Yeah. So briefly, this is what you missed in the last episode that is now a lost video and shall never be found. Like I tried everything. I was trying to think of anything I could do. I even recorded it in a vertical format, and I had just turned it off, so I stopped wasting disk space on it and set up a button. So if I need to, if I want to make it short, I can just hit a button and it records like the last 3 minutes, and then I don't have to edit down the verticals or whatever. So I turned that off, so I don't even have the vertical recording of it. All right. Well, either way, I finished clearing out the cut, as you can see, all that. Got the stuff there. Got everything out of here. I talked to myself for a while and to you guys about what we need to do and plans. I started building a ramp down here. Unfortunately, got to miss my awesome dozer driving experience. So I was going to do a ramp over there. I decided, you know what? I'm just going to do it back over here. I just backed it up here a little bit. Like the ramp started like, I don't know, around here, somewhere before. Backed it up here. It's a little hump there. I don't care. Ultimately, we need to get to some rock so I can get concrete. I want a concrete ramp down, just nice, solid, good, solid structure. Concrete over the dirt, especially when we start bringing some of this big, heavy machinery in. Um, what else did I do? Oh, I came up here. This at some point we're gonna kind of flatten out, try to get a little nicer. I think we're gonna put the refinery up here. That's all coal, them dark spots there, so we can definitely get like two if we really want, three or four. We can put them up there. I don't really expect it to be a big like production, but I do want to, have a refinery going up there. So we'll build a little thing up here. Um, I talked about all like the turbines. I'm gonna like have separated out, and then I'm gonna make a tunnel. That's the plan anyway. I was going to use the tunneler, and I still may, but I've also considered just using the dozer and just pushing because it makes a tunnel, but pushes the dirt on top of it. So it's kind of like a little exploit, I guess. But that way, all the wires, because, like if I hook up, I can only hook up 3 of the big turbines at the same time. So I'll have 3 hooked up, and that wire will come, down over to the plant. Then, another 3, and that wire will come. So I'll have a bunch of wires. I thought it'd just look nicer just to have it underground instead of, you know, having, 3, 4, 5 wires trying to come across. So I'll bring it up here. We'll make a little substation room, where then I can separate the power off and split it where it needs to go. And I also said this episode I was going to get the smelters going. Oh, not the smelters, the bar rollers, because we have a bunch of gold up here we need to get rolled so I can go and sell it. I planned on this episode, and probably still the plan, going to buy whatever excavator, the biggest one I can get. I had a bunch of questions for you guys that you probably would have answered, that I now am going to do this without knowing the answers to. Basically, it was what excavator to get. I was thinking about the long boom so I could, reach the bottom, because I want to make that probably almost 3 times deeper so I can use the bagger down there and I think more efficiently if it's not so short like it was before. And I was thinking about the long boom. That way I could use that to build the ramp, and it might reach to like the depths I'm looking for, but the buckets were small. So I decided I'm just going to get the biggest one I can get that I can dig from the top if I need to with it to get down enough, and then I can use the loader inside if I need to clear that tall of a cut. It may not work out, but we're going to try it anyway. But yeah, I got a bunch of melted gold from all the dirt I ran in the lost episode 59. So I need to get the bar roller and hook that up. And this is probably just going to be a quick temporary thing. So where did I put all this stuff? Did I put it all up in here? Beam roller. Splitter. Not a beam roller. Oh, I already got it. Don't I? Yeah, bar roller right there. So in fact, if I set this down there, can I drop items into it? But I do need to pay back my $2 million loan as well. Because I bought, when I buy the loader before I paid it off, because, you know, I forgot about it and it doesn't pull out automatically, so I don't want to sell any of that. The gold. Oh yeah, I wanted to get that, and I was going to drive our dump truck up to the spot up there because we really need to start getting some iron going. Take the excavator to that spot, probably do a bunch of loads of that, get some stuff rolling through here, and then drive it down here so I can have it. I think I forgot a container here, didn't I? This one should be the gold, yeah. And I'm probably also going to sell whatever diamonds and rubies I have just to make sure I have enough money. I don't know what I have on me here. Alright, can I put that in there? That is the first. I cannot. That's actually not. I don't think that's an issue. It's do we have anything in here? Do we have coal sitting in here? We don't. Okay, so let's just pick that up. Let's attach the bar roller to there. And I got another storage, right? Yeah. I don't know what happened if I don't do this. Alright, so let's put our melted gold in there and turn on pass through. What I'm kind of curious on is why there is no coal in there. I know I ran some. What powers this? Nothing. That's why. Nothing powers it. Because I drop it in and have never powered it. Alright. That would be why. Because I'm not the smartest in the tool shed. I probably gotta put like that there. Problem is, I don't know if we can handle this power. Let's just see what happens. That's on, that's on. That won't work there. That won't work there because it's not a belt. I did not think of that. Or should that pop? No. It should power it, right? Boom. There we go. Must have, I don't know, did something wrong or stupid. Okay, so coal's in there. Okay, I was starting to wonder. I'm like, I know I didn't run a bunch of coal, but there was some coal that I scooped up clearing off that cut. I'm like, there should be some coal splitting off this way. Like I said, not a lot, obviously. What was it, like 6? Is that all that we got out of that? Back, we'll just throw that in here. All right. So, how long do we got on this? It's going to take a little bit. Okay, let's just throw all of these in here for now. A lot of this was the stuff for down in the cut where I picked all that up. So once we get to the point where we can put it back up, we'll mess with it. But right now, we're definitely not there yet. All right, and then I actually need to keep what? No. One straight piece and one elevator. And in here, we can put the logs, pylons, blocks, that we're going to keep. Shouldn't need that anymore. We shouldn't need those right now, I don't think, anyway. Then we can come here and just throw that in there, let it consume so it can... Just throw that in there, too. That should actually... I think, yeah, right? We have stuff up there for that. So that should end up in this guy here, right? Can't really remember, but it's working its way around right now. So for once, yeah, we should actually see stuff up here. We should get something, right? Blasted rock. Okay. Good enough. We're going to take all these. Gravel. And gravel. We get gravel through... Crushed rock into gravel. Okay. Is there something else? Blasted rock, solid rock into crushed rock. So we need a jaw crusher. And then we need a crusher. Okay. Not super worried about it for... We got a couple pieces of blasted rock, because I think we have some Well, might as well take and sell that. Yeah, we got some right here too. Actually got quite a few things. Take that and get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Oh, you know what? It's actually not a bad idea either. Let's sell those smelters. I don't think we need them for anything. If we do, we'll buy one later. We can take our oil and sell it too. Our oil, it's here. Alright. Do I still only have the one dozer? Or not dozer, dump truck, right? Yeah, just that one. Nice if we had a bigger one, but let's make sure this guy's fueled up, ready to go. Injector. Injector. Let's see. Oh, while we're waiting for those to smelt too, let's flip our truck back over. Let's flip our truck over. Did I really just go above it? There we go. There we go, fill in that little hole we made. Now that seemed like a lot more dirt than we scooped out. Maybe it was just me. Look at us, just some of these projects. I think the truck's been flipped for what, 2, 3 episodes now? Maybe 4 if you count the lost episode. Alright, do I have... You know... If that's all I have... That might be enough for me to get where I want to go, and then forget that I need it when I go to the store. Alright, we got plenty of fuel, but let's top her off just to be safe. Yeah, I'd definitely like to get the bigger truck. We don't use it as much as of late, but would be nice. But I definitely want to get that guy. I think that one's broke down. I think I parted that out for a bunch of stuff. It's like a true mine over here. Oh my God, that's still got so much to... I guess it doesn't have a ton to go. Got 6,000. Let's throw that in there and that in there. Yeah, that's water we're gonna sell. Let's put all this stuff like here we're gonna sell that. I just sell that and sell that. And sell that. Keep that. What is this? That's the rims. No, let's just keep that like that. Alright. Yeah, we'll sell that red paint. Come on, baby. We're just doing a lot of, you know, just doing a lot of busy work right now. When that smelt up, because I'm gonna need every dollar I got. Oh, she looking pretty now. Not quite my green, but don't really have that option. Alright, you're nice and clean. Clean up that. No, I don't believe those get dirty. Let's clean up this old rust bucket. Oh, there you go. Shit. Looking brand new. Let's clean up this old used stuff over here. It's a starter girl, man. She's seen better days. She's definitely a little worn, huh? Here's our number 2. I don't think I'm gonna bother painting these things. Oh yeah, you probably seen the bed up there. I seen the sun made me think of it. I used the bed after I found it to sleep and skip the night. That was beautiful. I think you're about as clean as you're gonna get. A little power washing. And then once I kind of get the ramp better, I'm gonna probably grab this guy here and drive down through it, try to make it, a little bit nicer and cleaner. I think this thing here works really well. All right. Does it take... Does it take two melted bars to make one thing? Because didn't I put in like over just like pretty much 2 stacks of melted copper? It must take 2 melted copper per, or copper, gold. 2 melted gold per gold bar. Whatever. We'll see what we got. Alright, we can pick you back up. And we can pick you back up. Just want to hook this up now so I don't forget. There we go. Alright, let's head kind of into town. We're going to drive this guy about halfway. Maybe a little further than half. Then we'll park it where we're going to go get some iron. Because I guess I'll see how much money I get. I might buy the new bigger rock truck we have too. The only thing I might have to do is, because I forgot before I started, because it's kind of was like, oh crap, I gotta... There's a bunch right there too, that's pretty close. I gotta look and see which ones I don't remember which ones I unlocked. I don't know why I didn't realize there was that stuff that close. Maybe I did and just forgot. There's some there, but we were gonna hit up right here. Alright, so we'll pull up. we'll just park there for now. Be fine. Fine enough. So let's go sell what we have on us that we can sell and see what we can afford after I pay back $2 million. All right. So I'm gonna sell her gold. That's yeah, we'll be fine. Generator fuel. Yeah, just $56. Yep, we get rid of that. Get rid of that paint. Get rid of the rubies. Injector. Need to buy one. I don't know if that's worth selling. I think we got enough money. Okay, so let's see how I'm gonna do this. Bank, loans. Oh, one. I don't. Why did I keep thinking we took out 2 million? Um, I don't really know what 1,000 per minute. I mean, how many episodes have I had? It 3. So 60, 120, 180. We'll call it 200 minutes. So what's that? 20 some thousand. So how about we do one? Oh, I guess I can't really do it that way. I'll have to take it out 50,000 out of my minus sheet that I'm gonna have to do like always because still don't work. So -1. Minus 1 million. We're gonna minus 50,000. That'll be interest. I think that should be fair if I'm doing that right. All right, so our loan is paid off. That's good. And we have what over just over 2 million. So I need to equipment. I need injector. Da, da, da. I need 5 of those. How much would that cost? 7, 7, 2, 3, 8. I think that should be it from here. Now let me go here. Yeah, I had a whole nother nice rant about the dozer and skill issues I had and yada 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 and problems with it, and then I just kind of it all went off the wayside. So, all right, so rock trucks. I think we have the 60 unlocked. In fact, I'm gonna be right back. I am gonna go check on what rock truck I have for sure and what um, excavator I have. So, be right back. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. I know I was gone for so long. So I have the DX60s unlocked and then all 4 series excavators. So because these were added after the little challenge, um, basically all these are unlocked except for the 500 days. All right. I don't know if these are any good. I haven't used them. They hold a lot of yards, but I can't do it yet, right? Because I need to be able to come from the top down. So let's get down to the 4,000s. So I have this one here, which, like I said, is nice because I can reach down. I mean, I don't know how far it reaches, but I know it's obviously a lot A lot longer than the normal ones, but it's only 2.4 yards. So I think I'm better off going with this guy. Holds a lot more, and I can dig down as far as I can, and I'm hoping that the loader can get the rest of it from the bottom up if needed. I guess realistically, I have to see how low the boom on the bagger goes. Because if it goes down low enough, I could always scoot it off of the top, maybe? I don't know. So this is 1.3. Well, 1, 3, 4, 8, 900. And what did I say I have? Minus. So I have like 2.5 million. So we'll call this 1.5. So I have 1 million left. So let's buy that. And rock trucks, like I said, I got the DX60s. I have 1 million left. I should have plenty to buy this. And this carries 47 yards. And I think I have the 20 still, right? Didn't I skip the 40s? And that's 30 yards. So definitely worth it. And definitely want the tail. And I have to look because which one is this the new one? Didn't they add a new truck like this style? I don't remember which one. I have to look. Because I don't really have a tier for it the way I set it up originally. I don't know. We'll worry about that at another time. And 418. I still hate that I have to freaking minus this stuff out, but manually. Like go and edit the save file. Thank God I found that website that does it. Okay. So we should be good to go. Now the problem I have is I'm going to drop this guy now, drive him to where I'm heading, and then I'm going to pay an extra 50,000 to deliver the excavator to my location. Because I think that is just easier than either A, I can drive it, and you guys have to sit there and watch me drive it slow as can be all the way there. Or I edit it out, which what's the point, you know, at the end of the day. So I'll just pay an extra 50. I think that's what I've been doing, about 50. That seems like a fair amount to have the game truck it to me. So it's been a good day. We spent a couple, what, 2.5 million? Let's get you out of here. Just park you like right here. That should be out of the way enough. Guess I could have dropped it first. But I don't know. Just throw it here for now. Let's pick up all of these. And let's have our new girl delivered. It's a pretty good size, huh? I feel like this is a new one, right? I could be wrong, but I feel like this is a new one. Let's get there. Let's just bring you up like right here. I think that should work. It's been a while since I've use one of these guys. So nice. I do miss the amount of dirt this thing can take. These excavators and how smooth they feel. I do love them in this game. I do feel... Obviously, no idea what it feels like in real life, but... I feel like they run pretty good. Oh, gosh. Now, me, on the other hand, I don't know if I run them all that good, clearly. Definitely need to use them some more, though. Alright, let's shut you off. So this could be just... We're going to be doing some hauling today. So I did talk in the last episode, too, about... once I get through these couple more tiers here and stuff, I think I'll be doing some live streams and stuff with the video, with this, maybe some recorded ones, where I'm probably going to open it up for, you know, people in the community if they want to come in and work here too, once I get the tiers done. And I don't know, I may do it sooner. This weekend, I'm jumping on my truck. No, I'm going to try to get my other computer built. I just have to order a storage drive, because all I have is for backups are like old school HDDs, and I don't want to run it on there. So I'm gonna build a computer out of all between mine and my wife's old computers, and be able to get, you know, auto or like thing up and just leave it running on there so we can connect to it. So that's in the works still. Trying to think what else. We are now, thanks to you guys and all support and all the subs and the views and the hours watched and all that. Like I said, if you haven't noticed or not part of the Discord or anything like that, we are now the first level of YouTube partnership with them. So that was awesome. I appreciate it. I thank you guys so much. You know, that's awesome. Definitely, obviously, as much as it's said by anybody, content creator wise, couldn't have done it without you, and obviously that's true. So thank you for all the support, and we'll carry that into likes, comments, and subscribes. All that helps out a ton on the channel and helps support it as well. So I also, with that, we are able to now get memberships. If that's something you're interested in, cool. If not, cool. Just watching the videos and being here and part of the community is awesome. I can get a merch store. Definitely nowhere near ready for that. I'm not quite anywhere a size to try to put that kind of stuff in. But membership, I wasn't really sure what to do in case I want to be a member. Basically, if you're not sure what that is, it's like a subscription on Twitch, but it's for YouTube. There's 3 different levels and stuff like that. I guess I should wait to go off this road. You can do, like, you know, there's like little perks you can select and add. One of them's like, you know, member only videos. I don't foresee myself ever doing that. Nothing bothers me more when I go to watch a video of somebody I like to watch and there is videos locked behind that kind of stuff. So as of my main gaming videos and stuff like that, even if I did any like IRL stuff, I don't think it's ever going to be locked behind it. The most I could possibly even think of is like unedited versions of videos, but all I edit out is like when I step away to go eat dinner, and you know, I just mute the mic and block the webcam and pause the game and I go eat dinner. So like that's not really worth it, but you do get some emojis to be able to use. As soon as the Discord goes, I'm going to revamp the Discord a little bit and let you guys kind of choose roles. So because, you know, as we know, some of you guys are here for out of ore, some of you guys are here for maybe survival games, maybe some simulator, whatever you might be here for. That way, you know, you don't have to have your Discord if you join the Hockmed gaming community in there, you know, filled with all that stuff. So I'm working on getting that set up. But you also should have a role for a member there as well. You know, and then just badges. So there's not really a whole lot of perks to it. Realistically, I know it's a great selling point. I'm a great salesman, right? Like, you don't really get nothing for it, but if you're interested, it's there. No, what it does do is it just helps support the channel and you know, allow me to put money back into the channel a little bit more when possible. So again, I'm just glad you're here. Either way, I appreciate it. I'd rather have you hit the sub than anything at all, and, you know, a comment, a smiley face, a wave, a hi. Any interaction, like I said, helps out. I try to respond to every comment. I'm never going to promise you guys I will respond to every comment, because you just never know what happens. Let's say freaking everything worked perfect. Let's say I have 2 million subscribers and I'm getting 100,000 comments a day. I don't want to have that promise sitting there lingering and trying to deal with that. So, but I will always go through and try to comment, or at least, you know, like or heart your comment, something like that. You know, obviously at this size that I'm at, it's a lot easier to respond to a few comments here and there. Should be clear of that, right? Yeah. Alright, so this is right here. Basically, we're doing this because we need more steel to make more floor panels and walls, so we can kind of start getting this this place built up, because I need to probably right there where that kind of flat spot of dirt is, kind of flat. I gotta, you know, do a little more work there. Will be where we'll turn everything into bars and plates and rods and whatever else stuff we can make there. So I need more flooring. Want to start getting some walls up. Start trying to make the plant look a little more complete. Plus the bridge. I need to get supports on the bridge and do something with that. And I don't know what else there was, but we do have to do that. And we have to get down to rock. So this ain't really helping us get to that, even though I may pull out a little bit of rock. But like I said, I want to get ramps, like concrete, you know, the slopes actually down into the pit instead of the dirt road. And I need it for asphalt, which is how I'm going to get out of this tier, because I have to pave this road, which is going to be fun. It's a long road. It's a bumpy road. It's probably going to have to be that's the best it's going to get kind of moment with that. And I have to pave the road from town to the coal mill, so that little road I have up there that winds up there. And there's a few other things that I have to do, but I think I have to build a cell tower on a mountain. It can't be next to that, so it's kind of got to be separate. And then the next year I have to build the radio array. Them two can't be on the same mountain, so I kind of got a plan for that. But ideally I want to get out of this tier as soon as possible, so that way we can start getting the bigger equipment and really, you know, doing some serious dirt moving. And I marked this thing, man, how long? I feel like it was ages ago. So, dig this up. If I would have remembered, if I would have known that one was up there that close, or remembered it, whatever the case might be, I probably would have went up there just because it's closer to the plant. But I didn't. I'm going to move that truck forward just a little bit more. know what? Speaking of which, let's yep, good enough. Plus, I wanted this guy here to help building the ramp. Thought maybe now that it's a little deeper and the dozer just kind of makes a big hole, that I can use this guy here to kind of dig from the top, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to be deep enough or go low enough. Let's see here. Let's trying to take the least amount of dirt possible. You know, we're just going to leave you running. You don't burn that much fuel, right? Yeah, I feel like that's one of the newer excavators. I could be wrong. I'm just flirting with all sorts of danger here, ain't I? No, speaking of which. Boom, kaboom. Oh, I can't put it there because it's used different. There we go. I bought all that stuff. Well, that's like the second time I've bought paint. And I didn't buy it this time, but whatever I did, however many episodes. But I always forget to paint the stuff. So yeah, nice about driving. Other thing that I did, if you watch the channel, you know that I have been doing a lot of the World of Outlaws Dirt Racing 24, and I'm in a league with another community called Content House, which is an awesome community, and highly recommend if you're into like dirt racing, Escape from Tarkov, Battlefield 6. I know they're talking about getting their Rust servers back up, and just a good group of people. Definitely feel free to join up in there. And if you don't race and maybe you want to race, all are welcome. It's probably the least toxic racing that I've seen. So, because I do have a position with them now, I am there. They have a content creation program for content creators, and they used to kind of do with it, and stuff happened, and it kind of didn't move anywhere. I think people that were in charge didn't have the time, or something happened. I don't know what the whole story is, but either way, I am in charge of the Content House official content creator team. So I'm going to be helping them with getting content creators applied and get some official content creators at Content House, and trying to help them grow, Content House grow, and since I'm part of it also, obviously my channel's part of that, to help me grow along with it. So there'll be stuff on that. So with that, I decided to start my own race team for not just dirt racing, but been playing a lot of beam, any other kind of racing that may happen, rally games, someday maybe iRacing. I'm not 100% sure. I don't really trust my skill level yet, even though I did have a good race the other day in the dirt racing, but that's more arcadey. It's definitely simcade, light on the sim. So I decided to leave the team I was on, because as a content creator, if some of my actually community wants to join and be part of the race team, then I don't want to be like, oh yeah, sure, go to this random person and join the team. So it's like, it just makes sense from my side just to have my own team. So I created and got Blackout Venom Motorsports. That is the race team that I created, and yeah. So there'll probably be a section in the Discord for that, which is another reason I want to do roles in there. So if you don't want to see that stuff, but you still want to join the Discord, you won't have to see it. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know. Like I said, it's just pretty much anything motorsports. Doesn't matter. Has a motor and it's a sport, then that's great. In fact, like I said, me and a couple of them them guys. So my friends have been playing the Beam and been doing random parts and random cars and parts, modifiers, derbies, and races and stuff like that. So I have to go through. That video is one that I'm gonna edit some because there's a lot of downtime in it. You know, like where we're waiting and stuff like that, or someone's taking a break that we're playing with. So I'll edit that one out, just try to get rid of the pointless stuff. But for the main part, it'll all be there. I'm trying to think what else is going on. I think that is about it. Just been enjoying life, just digging on, carrying on. Been getting devs have been giving me some keys for some games to try, so you've probably seen a few of those. I mark them as, you know, it's not technically sponsored, but I marked the box because it says it's confusing because it says if you received anything of value. Well, they gave me a key to the game, and the game costs money, so that's value. So I mark it. I'd rather be safe than sorry. But I can get some keys to try some games, and I'm only trying games if I get keys for them if it's a game that I want to play or I'm interested in. So, not that I have a sponsorship or anything like that, but if I ever got one, it would have to be, you know, you're not going to see me playing a Fortnite sponsored stream. I don't play Fortnite. Not even for money. You know, too fake, and that's not who I like to be and who I want to portray. So, oh, there is something else new. I got an affiliate link now with Mauser Racing, so sim racing wheels, direct drives, and all that. So I do keep the link in the description of every video, and it's in Discord as well. So if you're looking at buying any kind of Mauser Racing gear, if you go to that link, I believe I get 5%. Unfortunately, it doesn't give you any deals, but it doesn't cost you any deals. It doesn't cost you any deals. It doesn't cost you anything. So if you're interested in that, want to use the link, it's definitely in the description. And again, all that stuff just helps kind of get put back into the stream. With, you know, eventually things that need updated, new webcam. That's on my list of stream items. Another Stream Deck would be great because I have the Stream Deck Plus, and I absolutely love it. You know, because my mic goes through it. I have dials and buttons, but not a lot of buttons. So. And I'd rather have a couple more buttons to try to flip through pages all the time. So that's on the list. I'm still working at a new GPU. At the moment, I'm still looking at trying to get the 5080. But if the prices are going to jump up like it's kind of saying, if it jumps up before I come up with the money for it, I'm going to probably go AMD. I know there's rumors like the 5090, which is a junk card anyway, from what I've heard, going to like $4,000 or $5,000. Oh Jesus! One, I need to go up, and two, that was a terrible twist on the joystick. So if that one's going up, if the 5080 goes up, I'm not spending that kind of money. AMD cards that they have out today are, you know, pretty decent cards. At least so I've heard and watched about, but I'd still rather have NVIDIA, stupid as that sounds. I guess it probably doesn't sound stupid given the market share. To be honest with you, NVIDIA all by itself, I almost wish we could all just boycott, but they don't care. It's what they want. They don't care about the consumer anymore because they're making all their money off AI, but eventually this is going well. Eventually that's gonna, you know, gonna go away. So I understand it from a business side of things, like strike while the iron's hot, right? And that's what they're doing. But consumer side of me goes, yeah, but you're really screwing us. And it's not just NVIDIA, you know. Was it Micron or whatever it is that stopped making memory for consumers? That's all going to AI now. Like at some point, there's going to be enough data centers. There's going to be enough stuff. Yes, I'll have to upgrade and do that. But if that happens, and I don't see how the amount of memory they're going to need is going to be close to what they're going to be trying to produce. So whatever. I guess it's their problem, but I don't know. Like I said, it's kind of hard to really think about, because you got two different sides. You got your consumer side, and you got your business side. Business side says, "Yep, for money, but not for values and stuff like that." So we'll see where it goes. We'll see how it happens. It's, what are they saying? 2-3 years, we're gonna have this memory crisis and graphic cards, all that. Basically, I was pretty much had the money for the 5080 I was gonna get, and then I loaned it to my daughter so she could get a new car, not a brand new car, newer than what she had, but just a car to be able to drive back and forth, because she's still in college and waiting for her clinicals and stuff like that, and she's gonna have to get around, and that's ultimately way more important. So once she gets the money back to me, if the price is there and the card's available, then probably going to be a go. If not, then we'll go from there and figure it out. But ultimately, friends, family first, and I can play games pretty decent. Some of the stuff's getting a little sketch. The only thing that really hurts, like the 3070 Ti I got, is it's only 8 gigs. That's probably about it. I mean, technically, looking at this, 7.8 gig. And right now I'm using 7 gigs of it just on this game. And that's only running at 49%. But yes, pretty much that. So we'll see how it goes. But daughter needs it more than I need a card. My stuff works. Now, if this card goes out, then I don't know where I'll be at, because I'll be running like a RX 580, or maybe my wife had in hers before she got her new 5070 Ti. I think it was a 5600 XT AMD. That'd be some rough times. We're not going to worry about that. We're going to let this EVGA do its thing. Let's see, I'm gonna definitely go a little longer than the typical. I usually try to do like hour 15, 10, around there. But I'm gonna go a little bit longer since, y'all missed an episode. And unfortunately, it also delayed me another day to get a video out to you guys for Out of Ore. But at the end of the day, I learned a lesson, and won't do that again. I won't. I say it was late. I was, like I said, trying to rush to get it done. That ain't gonna make it. Trying to rush to get the video, all cut out, edited, and rendered up, so I can, like I said, I can upload at night usually when I go to bed and let the videos go, because of, crappy upload speed I get. Still not sure what happened to our internet upgrade that we were supposed to get in October and November. That was going to take us to at least 1 up and 1 down. I have 1 down, but 38, I think it's 38 megabytes up, but there was also, I was told that most likely to be about 3 up, 3 down maximum. That it looked like the lines tested at or something. So I don't know where it is. Whoa. Because I was told by the people in the field, the guy in the field actually, about it. And I called them to ask Spectrum, Go Spectrum. about it, like, we don't have any planned updates that I know of. I'm like, you just don't know because I don't tell you, right? Well, no, I mean, if it's planned and we know about it, but they don't always tell us everything. Usually it just happens and then they let us know in our meeting that, this is available once it's done. Part of me thought the guy was just talking crap, but he said that another town nearby had the same thing happen. They upgraded whatever systems are upgrading, and they had like terrible internet for like 2 months, like where it would just go in, out for seconds and bounce back, all day long. And it lasted like 1 to 2 months, and it was absolutely trash internet. And I went through that in the time frame he said. Like, I was losing internet for just brief moments, uh, at least 3, if not 10 times a day. So everything he said that was probably going to happen was happening. So that was the weird thing. But maybe they ran into a problem, something happened. I don't know. I'm just hoping they get it. I'd love 3 up, 3 down, but I'll take 1 up, 1 down for sure. So I started doing some 4K videos because, a lot of people are starting to watch YouTube on TV, and 1080p is great, but 4K it looks a little better. It's just the upload time. It was like 3.5, 4 hours of video, and even down to rendering it out and getting it ready to that point, like obviously tripled the time it takes to render. So total process, it was, let's see, on a typical hour-long video like this, DaVinci was taking about an hour, give or take, to get it ready, and then, like I said, anywhere from 3 to 4 hours to upload. So it was a 4 to 5 hour process. It was just insane. And then at any point, during the night when I'm sleeping, if the video, like if my internet drops or something, and it doesn't come back before YouTube quits retrying it, then it just stops it, and I have to re-click it, and it doesn't re-upload everything. It keeps track of what I already, have given it, and it has to pick back up. But it's just a pain in the butt. So hopefully this update will come on the internet service, and then all my stuff will be done in 4K, just to help the format of the TV. TVs are starting to take over YouTube, so try to get a better viewing experience just to make sure. All right, what do we got here? So I don't think I'm going to take this back down now. We'll probably keep it up here so we can do some more digging in this hole. But I do need to figure out the ramp, because we got to go down a lot deeper, I believe, is how I want to do it. Not really 100%. I don't know how. I feel like my cut's a little too small for a bagger, and that might be the problem I'm having. But I think we're going to try to make it work. Just smooth that out a little bit. Nah, let's take another load down. Down to the plant. And then, what else did I talk? Oh, I talked about just, not a whole lot of games up and coming soon that I've been had on my radar. Star Rupture, that just came out. The video actually posted the same day that I'm recording this, so definitely yesterday it came out, so I was happy to play that. It was fun. Still waiting for Gold Mining Simulator 2. I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's going to be different than this, without a doubt. It's not going to be to the scale, and I don't know. I don't think it's going to be the same. This is obviously going to scale to a whole nother level. A scale I kind of wish they'd turn down. Like I said, I've talked about it 1,000 times. Give me the farming sim formula, mix it in a little snow runner or mud runner formula, not to the point where you're trying to off-road, but, a little bit of mud. But give me that town, give me a store in town where I have to actually buy the equipment from and pick it up and bring it in, sell points there for stuff, uh, trucking to be able to haul stuff, like not be able to put the bars in your pocket and stuff like that. Maybe you have to get a little trailer for the truck to start and it comes out on pallets or something along that lines. But that kind of formula, I still think and hardcore believe volumetric water would be amazing to this game and add a lot to it. I mean, even just water, like if, they put water in some rivers, maybe a lake, even if you can't pump out of it, I know that'd be a tease, right? Like, oh, here's all this water, but you can't do anything with it. But at least it would add to the look of the map. Cut the map way down in size. This is just too big. No need for it. But ultimately, I just want to see a lot of the foundation stuff worked out, like polished. Not not talking 100%, but some of the stuff needs polished, and I feel like they move onto something, they get it out, and then they just move on. They do a couple hot fixes here or there, like they don't leave it like crashing the game or anything, but they fix it, but hot fix if they need it, and then they're like, all right, let's add baggers. And the baggers, I think they've, from what little I've used them, but what I've seen, watching other people, seemed like that was a good update. Like it seemed to be pretty good. I haven't had any issue with mine. I haven't really seen or heard a whole lot of issues. Maybe it is, maybe not. But, I'll go back to the same thing, and as stupid as it sounds, since this is a mining digging game, the paving system needs fixed. Like, I think it was released too early, and, like, they released it, and I feel like it's just, yep, that's there, it's done. Obviously it's just a painting tool, which is fine, whatever. Um, would something like Roadcraft be cool? Well, yes, it would be. Um, do most people care about it? I don't really know. It depends. I think at some point everyone kind of cares about the building up a plant. Not just doing like a little compact, just efficient as you can be, just kind of get it done. And because at some point everyone gets bored of just digging a hole, right? At least I assume so. Maybe not. Maybe it's just me. But like just to take a machine, dig a hole, run it through plant, dig a hole, like the loop is very small. Like there's not a huge loop here of things to do. Build a plant, automate what you can, which is not everything, but you can automate a lot. Dig dirt, put dirt in hole, plant do thing, sell thing. And you can do it all standing, in one spot almost, minus the digging part. Dozers, they need work. I know I do have skill issues with it. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I need to put them on manual so I can keep them in low gear. I know that would help out a ton, but I hate having to run freaking gears for everything. Let us like choose. I want that to be manual. I want that to be automatic. I want that to be automatic. I want that to be sequential, whatever the case may be. So that way it's a lot easier to do because when I'm running this, I don't want it in manual. It's just, there's no need. At least, in the typical scenario, going up at hills and stuff like that. Yeah, I could see that. Same with the rock, the rock truck. Going up hills and stuff, shifting different gears can help, get you more speed and stuff out of it. Or you can do the dumber down, the dumb down thing. Limit the speed it can go. Just like you do with this. When you turn this on, it slows down. Just like farming sim, if you're harvesting, it slows down to the speed that the game needs. And if it's too fast for the blade to keep up with the, train deformation and stuff like that, then just put a limiter on it. Because I don't know who, I mean, maybe somebody will get mad about it. Like, I'm totally fine, honestly, and it takes away a little bit of the realism and maybe immersion stuff. If there's a button on here to turn the blade on and off, so you can drive without it just kicking up, and like you missed it because, of me last episode, like my blade was like this high off the ground from the dirt, and it was just picking up dirt and dumping piles. And down there, so that dog kind of tunneled like right there. It was actually kind of funny, and it kind of makes me mad that I was stupid and didn't pay attention enough. Like there was dirt here, like overhanging a little bit. The top of my blade was like right here, and it was clearing dirt all the way up here. Like it was in game, probably at least 6 foot. It was about me. I'm like, oh, it's annoying. I mean, if you just turn that off, I'd be happy. And if you turn the blade on where it kicks, but yeah, no, this needs some work. I know I was watching Split, I think yesterday it was, and we were talking about the same thing, and it's basically down to the voxel system. It just is not working well with what it is. So new voxel system, I don't know. I'd say let's just polish. Let's get the asphalt so you can actually lay it down good. Like a leveler to like really like level. Get rid of all the stupid bumps on the map. I'll still say that till the day I die. I think it's absolutely stupid. I absolutely hate it. All these little like this stuff here, I absolutely hate it. It makes no sense to me. Like it's just terrible looking. To drive, I mean, you can't drive on it easily. You can't get through the forest. I understand the hills and some of these bumps here, but it's like I don't know. But either way, I went on a little rant with it, and like every time I drive the dozer, I do. Like I said, I definitely understand. Part of it is me. I know that if I just slow down, learn it, practice with it more, but ultimately, we have to learn how to drive it to work against, what it should be doing anyway. So, but yeah, let's polish up this stuff. Let's get some of the stuff done before we move on to the next content. I think there's enough content right now for good, for good. We're good right at the moment because the other stuff that people's been asking for that I've been seeing and I've asked for, like, don't even hardly get mentioned. And that's like a level of equipment smaller than this, like starting equipment. Skid steers, a little tiny excavator, a little loader, maybe the loader backhoe attached, something like that. Something smaller for people that enjoy starting out and going, because you start out with this, not even this. This is the fast pickaxe. Start out with this. It don't take very long to get to those and the big boys. The onboarding process also, I think, needs work. The tutorial, I think, kind of was a decent start. But I think a game like this being, if it's just going to remain in a sandbox way, and I've said it before, that's why I did this season with challenges to try to give people maybe an idea of something, that they could create and kind of make your own custom rules of your sandbox, your own story mode. Um, because some people just can't play a sandbox, and I get it. I understand. I am the same way too. Like after a while, it's like, okay, I'm not really working for anything. So some sort of system, start you out with equipment, get you in here, not a plant this size. I'm not that that's huge, but not a big old hole, but like have it built up and then be like, all right, you're free to go. Do you want to continue from here? And then just hit yes, and then there's your new save. It's set up, ready to go. You already got something started. I think trucking, getting equipment back and forth, stuff like that might be a little more rewarding. Economy, I know they said they're going to mess with that, but it's not going to be till after they're closer to being done. I still think they should tweak the economy now a little bit, and then finalize it down the road. I think it's a little insane right now. Gas, I think, is way too cheap, or diesel's way too cheap. Stuff sells and buy. I don't know. It just feels off. Like there's no challenge to it, which is fine. In a way, it's just I don't know. Just let's polish up some of the stuff. And I still say get to Unreal 5. Let's just get into Unreal 5. Let's just get what we're going to have, what we're going to work with, and start putting efforts in that. New voxel system if possible. I'd love procedural generation. I don't know if that's ever going to be a thing for ore. You know, drills are coming. That might be helpful. But if you're going to do that, get rid of the dark spots on the grass. Or at least have like a, I'm sure it's a lot of work, like an easy simulation arcade. Arcade, you get this, you can see where the stuff is going to be, you know, the dark spots on the grass, yada, yada, yada. Or like a simulation mode. There is no dark spots on the grass. You have to drill and do core samples. But ultimately, like I said last night, I was talking to Split. I love the game. It's a great game. I think new players are overwhelmed in it, and I think it's a lot. And you have to really enjoy this kind of game to sit down and learn it. So, but yeah, that's it. I'm gonna leave it there. Thanks for watching. I'm deadly sorry that freaking recorded over my recording with just the intro to my video. But like I said, you didn't miss a whole lot. Just some rants, some talking, some hanging, chilling out, and finishing up down there. That was about it. Tearing down part of that and talking about what we did today. That was gonna be my plan today, is get some iron going. Speaking of which, while we're closing out here, let's take a look up here and see what we got going, if we got a lot or not. But while I'm coming up here to take a quick peek, I want to thank you for watching. And if you did like the video, if you'd hit that like button for me, please. And if you want to leave a comment below, like I said, it doesn't matter if it's a comment about the game or just a hi, hello, any of that helps out. Comments is interactions with the videos, YouTube loves, and they push it out more. So all that kind of stuff helps, and I'd appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed, and you're enjoying the videos and you want to come back and watch more, if you hit that subscribe, that'll help out a ton too. Discord in the description. Memberships are available if you're interested. If not, no big deal. I do appreciate it either way. Thanks for being here. I hope you guys have a wonderful night, evening, morning, and see you next week. Bye.